Pain. Hello. So hopefully there is no more frame dropping anymore because that was what was taking me so long. Howdy, hello everyone. Yeah, no, it seems to be fine. The internet was fine. It's just I'm pretty sure my little friggin' USB thing was just messing up. Sometimes gotta unplug and plug that shit back in and make it work, but no, it seems fine now. Oh, yeah, okay. Jeez. Ain't that fun. Alright, but what are you now? Howdy and hello, Airline Cloudy Wolf. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. OBS's chat thingy, little stream elements, chat thing is not showing at all. So I'm going to try something else. Yeah, nope, that works. Sure. Until it doesn't. Well, that's just what. If I click my second monitor, it just goes away. It's at least something. Still saying error, not maintaining smooth enough streaming, but oh wait, nope, never mind, it went away. Pretty sure everything's fine. Good, how about you? I'm doing quite fine. Quite fine, overall. The last time, like, a month and a half ago, or whenever last stream was Alright, I didn't even get this done. I need to actually make sure that I actually finish a job for the end of the stream, so I'm not starting up just partway again. I think the scuff is gone for now, or at least, like, hopefully just gone entirely. That would be nice. Okay. Oh yeah, I was doing the track. Or at least I don't remember exactly what I was doing, but I mean, sure, yeah. Got a decent amount of it done. It says only 29%. I have no idea how that's feasible, but you know what? That's just, I'm just going to say I got a lot done. Because it certainly felt like a lot. That's just because I was getting really tired by the end of that. Bloody hell, it's a lot of graffiti. It's off easy though, actually, huh? Normally graffiti is not this easy, or at least it wasn't, so I'm not gonna complain. Oh, this wall is like all of that. Oh, that's good. I mean, that means that chances are these little bits aren't gonna matter too much in the end, hopefully, but if they do, well, that's just gonna be fun to deal with. If I don't finish it, like... I'm not gonna do it right here, but, like, I don't know. as I go, I might do it, or after the tracks, or I'll figure it out. Oh, of course. Can I just at least... I don't want to do that, though. I'm just going to crouch. Crouching will do fine. It's not gonna get in the way. Oh, mother... Okay. Are we good? Better be good. I think we are. Fucking frames, man. It doesn't look like there's an actual issue. That was just a hiccup. Yeah, sure, this'll do. Just walk along. I mean, I might even then just do that wall then on the way back. I don't know. There is still a lot to go here. Bloody hell. I offered to play some of this with my friend if she wanted to at some point, but I don't think this job in particular would be exactly a good idea, because apparently she gets mad when playing this game. I don't know how far she's gotten, so like, yeah, a job like this might be a bit of a headache. I mean, even for me, it kind of is probably going to be by the end of this. I don't know. Would be nice though, like having a second person. You mean? Probably. And apparently, so she's only been. She hasn't. I don't think she's actually played any jobs by herself. She's always been playing with another person. And apparently they also have a tendency to get mad at this game. So maybe that fuels the fire a little bit. Maybe my more calm demeanor would be able to make things a bit more bearable. But at the same time, this entire job so far has been, or at least it seems like an absolute... Oh, nice. Seems like an absolute mess. Kind of is, but like, I mean, at least the first part wasn't that bad. I have short extension, alright. I might just equip the long extension and do this, wall. Maybe. Honestly though, if... I can only assume she's not as far as I am, and therefore probably doesn't have proper gear for a job like this. That would probably be a good opportunity, though, to do, like, some of the special stuff. Ooh, yeah, and then, like, a bit more than a week, like a week or so, a week and a half, there's gonna be some new jobs. Final Fantasy VII stuff. Pretty pog. I mean, low to the ground, so no problem. Let me guess. no, actually, that's pretty not bad. I mean, there is that. It's a long track, so I know that would still be... I can just do this, yeah. But then there's also that. Oh, well, I mean, I've kind of handled that, haven't I? I think. Probably. What worries me the most about a space like this is, well, the space. I mean, like, right now, I'm not confined, I don't feel like, but I also kind of have to move a bit on over like that, and that is not a problem. These little bits, at least. How do I just do this? It works out. Only thing is there's the track and then there's the floor, both separate things that I'm cleaning at the same time. So progress is gonna feel pretty slow until I get all of it done. And even like this track, I'm gonna have to do a second sweep to get the other side. I much more prefer when the parts are more contained. Because then I can just focus on that one part and then move on to the next right after. Oh god, yeah, that's... Gotta love that. That's really what, like, some of the more frustrating bits of this game are. It's not just like, oh, it takes a while. It's more like, I have to do a lot. I have to actually think about some of this stuff. What is this? Oil? Oh, God. Dear God. As long as there's not a lot of it. Doesn't seem like much of it. It's like, because these jobs are long, ideally you're turning your brain off, and when there's sections where you kinda can't really do that, or at least, like, sometimes you have to somewhat think about things a little bit more than you normally do, it's just like, ah... Oh, nice. Got a third of the floor done. I wish it was segmented so I'd get a nice little ding. Because that's dopamine. I'm simple. If you don't give me treats in regular intervals, I will shut down. My motivation is fickle. Oh god, and... Oh wait, I already dealt with this bit. Oh, right. At least for this part of the track. Oh, there's still this. Right, so that's all cable. Okay, well that's whatever. I can probably get that while I'm doing the wall. Oh boy. It's just so big. Actually, I'm gonna just deal with the edges first. Just to get it out of the way so I don't have to switch between being close to an edge and not. Oh. It's for some reason, when it comes to video games, I do not like... I'm claustrophobic. I mean, I can be that way a little bit in real life, but for some reason it seems more so when playing video games. Okay, so now I guess I'll just kinda go in a straight line. I'm gonna miss some of this, but not too bad. Probably when I'm going the other way, I can snipe all of that. Or the track will just be done by that time. At least this part of it. I could probably just turn around a little every once in a while. Okay, here, just kinda turn around. Try all this. Again, that requires brain power. What if I were to free aim instead? That probably would make things simpler. At the beginning of these streams, I always forget that I have, like, this free aim. Usually makes things easier. Am I getting all of this? I'm really not. Yeah, using the red has... There's no point in using the red. It takes like, almost like the exact same time. Clean this up. Can even get this, some of this on the way back, I guess. Sure. That works. An online friend had a deal. Finds out where I live, I'll bake him a cake? That sounds... interesting. Like, I'm guessing you mean general location. Not just, like, actually in, like, just full-on address and then boom, cake. Angry while figuring out, so mostly told him, ah. I mean, honestly, depending on how much one talks and what they say, eventually you would be able to reasonably guess where a person lives. At least depending on your actual knowledge of, like, certain locations and whatnot. Like, I haven't actually ever told any of my online friends, even the ones I'm closest to, where I live. But I mean, I'm fairly certain if she were to actually like look at some of the information I've given, would probably be decently easy. But then again, we talk like a lot. Oh hell yeah. That's what I was hoping for. Get that done without having to do all the turnarounds. Originally it was address, yeah, because one of her friends already knows it. Sent her a gift, so told him to ask her. She didn't say. In the end, it was just the town. That kind of actually sounds kind of like a fun thing to do amongst friends, like a kind of friend geoguesser or whatever. I don't know. Like, not pictures or anything, but like just just whatever clues you can figure out via chatting or whatever the hell. I don't know. Heck, even just like an actual geoguesser type dealio where the person drives somewhere within like, I don't know, 10 minutes of 5-10 minutes of where they are, and then just take some obscure picture or like picture of a street or whatever the heck, and person has to figure out where the hell it is. I'm in no way good with like geography or topography or location stuff or whatever, so I would absolutely suck at that. Dang, this is actually kind of getting close to being done. At least this part. There's still, the other side and then all of it. Oh boy. Actually, this is a lot of oil. Maybe it would be. No, not really. Honestly, more of a mess now. And whatever, that should be fine. Hopefully. Totally have beer. That was the biggest help. Actually found out thanks to that. Just gotta choose what cake you want. Someone says to come for it. Well, that's, nice. Meeting up IRL, having cake. Sounds like a good time. Yeah. Oil. Almost. Almost done with the track, though. Or the floor. Both these tracks at the same time. That looks weird. Maybe it's because I'm... No, I have... Yeah, because I have stubby and I'm trying to get it from farther away. What am I doing? Even when I am cleaning the stuff that's, like, close to the ground or, like, at my feet, I still have a tendency to... Oh! To what extent? Okay. Alright, good. It's actually half of that, okay. I was wondering why it was, like, seeming to be getting clean a lot faster than it actually seemed. I'm gonna just, for the next one, just switch to short range. Probably would be easier because of how I operate. Oh, nice. And we have the other one? Yeah! Dopamine! Fuck yeah. Alright. Now do I want to do the wall, or do I want to go... No, of course we're not going to go to the other side. But do we want to do this now, or... This is going to be faster. Extension, yeah. And then I guess we'll do this wall, then the ceiling, and then some of that. 4. This might also be, like, segmented into 2 parts, actually. Doesn't really matter, shouldn't take too long. As long as I don't hit the border of my screen. It's kind of annoying. Or I could just recenter like that. Sure. That's the one thing about aim mode, is actually turning is weird as all heck. But I can just do that. It's actually significantly easier, but then it's going crazy and you hit the edge and you turn a little and it's weird. But I mean, honestly, overall, I think I prefer it compared to just the normal mode. I don't know. This is called aim mode, so I don't know what... On aim mode, even though it's the default, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that was, for at least a time, that wasn't actually a part of the game. But it is quite nice. I think for quite a while, when it was still in early access, this was more of a later feature introduced. Absolute godsend, because I can do this without getting motion sickness or whatever. That's not great. Probably just like parts of this bottom, mostly, or like the top, or these little bits. Oh yeah, no. Here's a lot of it. There we go. Okay, this is looking a lot nicer already. Ceiling or this bit of the wall? Probably this bit of the wall. Okay, let's get started. Jeez. A mode is still we can just start with like half of it. Or I can just kinda, I don't know. I'm sure. Nice, long, up and down motion or whatever. Or, no. That's, I feel like even worse. Horizontally would be even worse, I think. Oh, dear God. I mean, we got a ladder, but I don't want to use that for this bit of cable. Hopefully I won't have to. Also that. At least these lights will be nice quick dings. Yeah, that's what I thought. I guess I'm complaining. Just gotta get going. And hope that stuff like this isn't much of a problem. God, I wish I could go wider. I mean, I can kind of go wider, actually. But, like, it's not really, I mean, it looks wider, but, I mean, in the end, it's probably slower and leaves more behind. I'll just stick to my guns. Hello and welcome, Mustache, Flush, Push C. But now help me step VTuber. I'm stuck in a virtual washing machine. What the fuck? I don't know how to help you with that. Maybe you shouldn't have been eating all that cake. actually kind of going faster than I expected. Now I'm just delusional. It feels like it's going fast because I have an entire half of my screen just like all nice and clean, but I fail to realize that there's a lot more over there. So funny. And then I've gotta like, I either gotta like occasionally like or crouch to like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna have to come back and get the cables. That's not gonna be that bad. It's not gonna take as long, but it's still a full another walk back. You get the occasional dings, though. Fine dose of the good chemicals. I wonder if Mochi has done the playground. She probably has. It's a pretty early job, but no. That's like one of the first jobs that, at least for me, and it seems most people, that's like one of the first jobs that gets people to be like, actually like, God damn it, why does some of this exist? Oh god. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Yeah, exactly. Drive some nuts. First level that does that. The treehouse is way worse, though. But that, I can only assume, is probably the first one where she started proper raging, if anything. What kind of lunatic came up with the name Helter Skelter? I wanna know. It's a really weird ass name. I mean, yes, carnival ride or whatever the heck this is, but very strange name. Oh, come on. There we go. And honestly, surprisingly wasn't that hard to clean, though. It looked like it was, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, I can probably say that about most jobs, because in the end, a lot of it just kind of blurs together once you're done. And I just kind of have that attitude. Oh, nice. But actually, like, it looked like it was gonna be terrible. But I think the merry-go-round was worse. I think that was actually worse. Question is, what was worse, the merry-go-round or the Ferris wheel? I mean, both the Ferris wheel you had to move. The merry-go-round, it actually just made it more of a hindrance, in my opinion. The ability, like, trying to move it around. Well, you know, you still had to move it because of the goddamn poles. Yes, the fucking poles were terrible. I was so confused as to why some of the poles weren't completely done. Oh, hell yeah. That's all, nice. I don't know, hopefully then the cable will also... Ooh, nice. Dopamine. More. It seems like the cable isn't going to be an issue. I might have to, like, quickly get some of these, like, these bits, but, I mean, it probably isn't even much. Looks like it'll be fine to just sweep all the way through without having to do anything crazy or annoying or whatever. Ah. Alright. Well, I'm still gonna stick to what I've been doing. Doesn't really change anything. But yeah, the poles on the merry-go-round. I was stuck for so long. There were like a few poles that just weren't clean. And it's like, why? I searched it high and low and found no signs of dirt. But it fucking turns out that there was just a little bit that I still had to clean, like, inside the horse in its current position. So, like, I had to move it. I had to move its position a little bit just to clean it. Fucking annoying. And some bits of the Ferris wheel were just... A lot of it was perfectly fine because of how, like, segmented it was. And at least, like, at a certain point I was able to have a general loop of actions and places to hit before then just rotating the wheel. But, like, some of it... I mean, I did it more for a bit than anything. But So basically, there was a part where I turned on the wheel and then just, like, stood on some scaffolding and just held it. Let it spray and held it. I even went up and got a drink at that point. And I played, the Super Mario 64 carousel theme, or whatever it is, in Big Boo's Han. So that was a thing. Just a little dose of insanity. Speaking of Mario 64, I fucking hate the title screen now. The main menu theme or whatever. I think that's what it is. The one that everyone always uses when talking about speedruns and shit. Because of the goddamn A-button challenge series constantly using this fucking piano version of it. It's like every single fucking minute felt like that's all it was. It wasn't, but like at least half of it. At least half of that, like, I don't know, 8-hour series was just that goddamn theme. I grew so tired of it. I think I'd rather listen to, is it, Yanta Plaza or whatever the fuck. Oh, that Silva Gunner. Is it Silva Gunner or is it just... I don't know, but there's a Super Mario Sunshine theme. It's a piece from Super Mario Sunshine, but it's just the beginning over and over and over again, and it never actually gets to the actual theme. I forget what it is, but I think I'd rather listen to that. It's just edging, is all it is. Super Mario Sunshine edging. I probably could find it just by looking that up, honestly. Not right now, I'm power washing, but that probably would work. I don't want to look to my left. I just wanna keep power washing infinitely in bliss, unaware of how far or how close I am. It's probably a good idea, probably better. Just don't look away from the wall. Do not observe progress. I mean, I can kind of already see, based on the bar. It seems like I have a quarter left. And, 50%. I wish there was a way of disabling that percentage. Halfway there. We are halfway done this job, and it has been an hour, roughly. Well, no, more like 40 minutes. Because of how long it took to start because of internet issues. And keep in mind, I was already starting this job. I had already done this job for like, I don't know, 30 minutes, an hour. Last stream. I don't exactly remember how long it was. I knew this was gonna be long, but man. Probably the longest job so far, I would think. At least that's what it's looking like it's gonna be. Because, like, the entirety of this has been this, and then this, and this. That's all I've done so far. Not any, the middle part was all last time. That took, like, probably an hour. This is taking roughly an hour. We haven't gotten to the ceiling. So, like, in total, it's probably gonna take, like, 3 hours. Oh, hey, yeah, what do you know? We're finally done. Like, to make sure I don't go insane, or at least any more so, I need to either keep my mind occupied by chatting and whatnot, or just make it go completely blank so I don't realize what I'm doing. I mean, that's just kind of what you have to do when it comes to anything long like this. But it's kind of like a job, except I like it better than a job, because... I don't know. I don't know. I mean, for one, it's not physical work. I'm just kind of sitting and chatting, and okay, eventually we'll be zoning out entirely. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah! Let's fucking go! Yeah, baby! Still got this, this, all of that, and all of that. But we don't think about that. Or at least, try not to. Honestly, though, that it is kind of the same mentality that, you know, at least for me, I come into when it comes to a job. Or at least my current job, because my older job, there was several times, long periods of time, where there was literally fucking nothing to do, and while that might seem nice, it was not. Because that meant that I had to just exist in a place where I did not want to be. This angle. Please. It does not straight enough. You know what? Fucking whatever. It probably is more so than I realize. Probably because my shoddy power washing. Bad lines. Long extension. That, I swear, was because lag. Also, ceilings without aiming, without aim mode, is atrocious. I don't know how it took so long for aim mode to become a thing. I mean, it's been a thing for quite some time now, but... if you don't use it in any other situation, you basically are very much going... It's very much advised, at least I would advise using it for ceilings. So otherwise, it's like, yeah, just like, what am I doing? A bit exaggerated, but not really. It feels so clunky and awkward. Oh, hey, nice. Wait, what? Oh! It must have been another hack. You know what? I'm stupid. I should have anticipated that. Or, you know what? No. I'm not gonna even bother. I'm not even gonna bother thinking about, like... because I swear I got this earlier, but at the same time, it registered that, oh, hey, this isn't, like, 2 parts. But maybe it was. But maybe it was. Yeah, no, look at that. Right there. That's the split, I think. Yeah, no, I didn't even... I should have realized that that was the case, but I just, for some reason, thought that, hey, maybe that's actually not, because of the progress bar, but at the same time, I don't really look at the progress bar, so at the same time, how can I logic that out via looking at the progress bar? Well, hey, that got done. That would have been, slightly frustrating, so I'm glad it got done right then and there. I think, instead of doing this, I'm going to do it along with the ceiling for the next side. That sounds good, because of how much I'm flailing about. That probably will get at least the majority of it. Efficiency, let's go. literally all I can just do with aim mode at times is just flail my mouse around. It does actually, over time, kind of, like, start feeling weird, especially if you do it too fast. But I mean, it's mindless and probably more efficient than just or like doing it like kind of slowly. I mean, it's relatively the same speed, honestly, but it's mindless, is what it is. That is a good thing. At least in this case. Whoop. Yeah! Go for short since I am a little closer, at least in this here. Alright, I can have the microphone picking up me tapping the mouse. My mic has been, I don't know if it's just Microsoft or like something with just the microphone itself or OBS, or I don't know exactly what it is. Probably Microsoft being all fucky when it comes to making the microphone weird, but thank goodness it has a tendency to just be all janky and stuff and like just make sudden slight changes out of seemingly nowhere. And it's like, wow, that's really fun when I want to have a consistent sounding mic. I mean, I actually use two different platforms or like programs. Well, this is OBS, and then the other one uses OBS as a base or whatever. But the way the noise suppression works actually is different. And I mean, I probably could tweak this one to be, you know, more suitable, at least in my opinion, for ASMRs. But like, I mean, overall, what I have works. Until, like, a few days ago, it didn't. It still did, it's just, it was noticeably just, like, a bit more sensitive, I think. So it took a bit, there was a lot more, like, unnecessary noises and whatnot. Clock, come on. Don't fucking tell me. Okay, well, whatever. Whatever. There's another, but that's all. What was I saying? Yes, OBS. Yeah, there was just a lot more background. I mean, maybe it was just because I swear, I stay still, but for some reason, my chair, it's very fickle and finicky about, like, whether or not it picks up. I don't know if those two words exactly line up. You know what? Whatever. It's weird. It's janky when it comes to my chair. Like, sometimes it very easily picks up my chair squeaks and noises, and then sometimes, like, I can just, like, slam on the back of it and it doesn't really pick it up. It's so stupid. Then, like, Yeah, so the difference, I think, when it comes to the reason why I use OBS, normal OBS for streams, while the other for ASMR is, I think, the volume? I mean, that's easy enough to tweak, but I mean, I don't know. It's something like that? I honestly kind of forget why, but yeah. Do you like north, sea, or the mountains? And probably mountains. I'm saying that because I don't really like the water. Though the sea, like at night, walking by would probably be pretty chill, but I just don't like water, nor the sun, so, I mean... Okay, there we go. Probably mountains. Okay. Yeah, we'll just keep doing this. Except for pillar. Why you gotta be in the way? Oh yeah, no. Yeah. So for some reason, also the one program that I use, the not OBS one, has trouble sometimes picking up, or like, well no, detecting my microphone. And it was having problems with that again. Usually it resolves itself one way or another, like after a little bit. I don't exactly remember what I do or how I do it, or if I actually do anything specific, but it would usually resolve itself, but it wasn't this time when I was trying to record. So I was just trying to figure out how the hell to get that to work. I actually, like, I thought it was already my default microphone, but I guess not quite. I don't know. I essentially made it my default mic so I could just have the default thing selected for a microphone instead of Blue Yeti, and it was able to work that way. It's not like it couldn't detect. It's not like it couldn't hear it or pick up on it. It just literally couldn't detect it for some reason. But for some reason now, it's like louder. So like in my recordings, in editing, I have to boost the volume like 10 decibels. But for some reason, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that now with the way things are. So I don't know. Microsoft is fucking weird, I guess, or whatever caused that. It still sounds pretty dang fine though. It's not like that caused any issues. Because one of the reasons I had it, as like to a point where I have to increase the decibels, is because I don't want it to be picking up unnecessary background noise, like, more easily and whatever. But, you know, no, for some reason now it's like louder and maybe more clear. Honestly, I do not know. I only recorded a few clips so far with it in that state, so I mean, I'll have to see how exactly it actually sounds overall, but I mean, I don't know, it might be kinda good, question mark. it's annoying because I have to so, not like constantly, but more often than would ever be ideal, having to change some of the settings and whatnot, or just wonder why it's acting the way it is and just work with it, because I don't really know much about microphone settings, all that jazz. Both don't like water but enjoy Power Wash Simulator. Yep, seems that way. Okay. Okay, let's go! I guess I can do the middle. The middle ceiling. For some reason I didn't already do that. Ah, so that's why. That's why. Well, that's whatever. Just gotta get started with that, I guess. Good boy. Actually going family on vacation to the mountains, so can't wait. Oh, nice. Hope you have a good time. Oh boy. I'm just gonna get these bits done first. This doesn't seem like it'll be bad. Unless... oh, it's probably... I don't know. Part of the wall... Just the ladder. Ladder. It better not. Oh, it fucking is. I hate my life. Wait, no, wait, what? Lighting ledge? Are you shitting me? It's not even part of the wall. And where? Oh, no. No. A place like second home because I've always gone there for the same time of the year. Spring break. Going their whole lives. Ooh, nice. Oh god, and I gotta switch to freaking stubby 2 for the sake of not bumping. At least that also gets that done, but like... oh, that's pain. I've gotta do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times! I've already done it once, but 10 times! Give it up for... oh god, why? Rotop date. And there's no, like, parkour type shit that can get me out of it. And like, look at this. It's so on the worst side possible. I mean, right there, it's actually on the opposite, and... we're doing this side first. Oh god, this sucks. Oh my god. Okay, well, let's actually just get all of this first, yes. Now, oh, gets in the way. Long extension. Let's see if I can see some of this. Not right there, though. Wait. Maybe. Oh, hell yeah. No, I can kind of cheese it a little bit. Or actually, even better. Yo, parkour. I lied. I fucking lied. There is parkour. Let's go! At least alleviate some of the pain. Come on. Come get it. %60 died! Let's go! Oh boy. This is my life. For like, still a while. Can still get a surprising amount done from this spot. I bet if I got like the really long extension, if there even is one for this, that would be would work nicely. Oh, the double! I'm not gonna get it because obviously I want the next one, or well, whenever it's available, because I know there's another one. We do have an extra long extension for this, but I'm not going to do that. This job only nets me... Yeah, no, that would not be much profit. I mean, it still kind of would be, but no, I'm not gonna do that for one fucking bit of this job. Huh. I feel like this, though, is a bit too much of a hassle. Maybe. Okay. So... got that done, got that done. Need to get this. Got all of that done. That done. Nice. That's done, that's done, that's done, that's done. That's not quite done. We'll get to that in a second. I don't, like, that probably was a decent bit faster, but probably not actually that much in the end. It just feels nicer instead of having to ladder all the way for all of those. And in the time it took for me to glow at the same time, I probably, you know, it's probably relatively the same amount of time in the end. But whatever, I feel happy, I feel better. I feel like I gamed the system. To a degree. Mm-hmm. I think that's that. Other than, you know, the rest of all this, but now... Get that out of the way. I can properly work on all of this. I may hit it. Get out of my way. I can just do this. Very nice. This works. Long extension is so nice. Holy shit. No issues with that. Fucking none. Out of my way. I know it's probably like an obvious thing, but I feel like that one song from Metal Gear Revengeance would go well with this. Intense power washing. But like at the same time, that just goes with almost anything. Okay, we're almost halfway done with this. Or like, I don't know, maybe like just speed up a session of someone playing Power Wash Simulator over that song. Alright. Hell yeah. 5 more percent. It's still gonna take fucking ages, though, even for that, but I mean, it's a milestone. So, you know, I'll take it. Yeah. Okay. Right. Hell yeah. This is what I like about this game. Like I said, when things are more evenly segmented. Just get those nice dings. One after another. Or another thing that's satisfying that I have done sometimes, but more like not intentionally, but like cleaning a bunch of stuff until it's almost done, and then finishing it all at once, so you just get multiple dings one after another. Oh, that's good. That's the good shit. Six, alright. Getting closer. Really? Alright. Just this side. This side left. Ah. Getting there, getting there. I guess I'll just start with getting some of the ceiling bits done, or at least right here. Sure. Sure. Yeah, I'll do that. I guess I can just do this instead of what angle I was going for last time, or I don't know. Wait. There, buttons. Yes, menuing. I really can't understand how like speedrunners menu so fast, man. It's like they do a bunch of crazy. It's just. I mean, I know it's muscle memory more than anything, but they just do a whole lot of crazy ass inputs, just like in the span of a second or not even. Going from like multiple screens to the next. That sounds not making sense. They just flip through like multiple fucking screens in an instant, man. Blink and you miss it. I mean, like, I can do that kind of for Stellaris, but that's because I've played a fuck ton of it at this point, and a lot of what happens during the game is completely useless. A lot of the menu shit that occurs is completely fucking useless, or at least, like, very arbitrary. I have gotten decent at that, but still not anywhere near, like, a second speedrunner. On Friday, someone destroyed the toilet. How does one do that? Like, this is, like, completely unrelated, but, I mean, how the fuck does someone do that? And do you mean... Dare I ask how? No, I will not. I will not ask in what regard. Because that, I do not need to know. Okay, nice. This one too, yep. Nice. Nice. Don't even know how I got it at that angle. I only watched like one or two other people play this game, so I wonder how how like most people's style of playing the game differentiates from mine. Because I feel like I probably do a lot more frantic, all over the place kind of seeming movements than other people probably do. At least certainly the one person that I've seen play before. Dude would always get so goddamn frustrated at some of the dumbest of things. Meanwhile, they would take like the slowest approach possible, I feel like. I mean, yeah, it would make for good thumbnails, but Jesus Christ. You're the one tormenting yourself. But like, this is the kind of game that people would be like, oh yes, satisfying type game. Meanwhile, I'm just not quite. That is extremely exaggerated, but I mean, sometimes to a degree. I do make sure I don't leave shit behind for the most part, but I mean, I'm probably more lenient about that all. I don't know. Maybe most people are like that, actually. Alright, I think I'll do this wall along with some of the ceiling. Yeah, sure. Essentially just doing things kind of in reverse order, but not exactly. Just doing it from in a more sweeping motion than just, I don't know, however I was doing it earlier. I could use short extension for this a little bit, but this works. Lot of moss, holy shit. I'm just washing it off. Getting rid of it. Perfectly good moss. Fuck, man. Scrape that shit off. Could be a starving kid's dinner. Probably not the best, but I mean it's something, yeah. Kids eat that shit all the time, yeah? Yeah, they don't discriminate. Okay, ceiling. Yes, along with this wall. And probably even some of this. Yeah. Because I'm flailing my mouse about. I wonder if I should also, like, sometimes play Trombone Champ on stream. That could be fun. Like how I did for New Year's. That was fun. But I mean, like... Or maybe, like, just other rhythm games. I mean, I have done that in the past. I don't know. It's fun, but I don't think I can ever really play them in bursts, in, like, as much as I used to, I guess, yeah. Okay, now I can turn this way. Like, I now would be playing them so infrequently that it's like, I don't think I'd be able to get better. And that's part of the fun when it comes to rhythm games, for me at least, is being able to play the hard shit and feel like a god. I'm so good at that shit, but I mean, I can be better if I were to dedicate myself more to it, but like, that's not a thing that I can really do anymore. Like, I was playing some Trombone Champ the other day, and, you know, normally there's a lot of, you know, it's more holding than, like, fast tapping. Sometimes you would have to, you know, hold briefly and then let go quickly, hold again. But it was a lot of fucking mainly quick key presses, one after another. I think it was with Caramel Dancing, yes. And my rhythm gamer instincts had to actually kick in for that. Because usually Trombone Champ, like, at least for me, I found that usually my skills aren't useful because I'm too busy trying to actually line my mouse up with everything. I've never been good at Osu, and therefore, by extension, that aspect of combo and champ. Not nearly as difficult. I mean, I haven't played Osu in ages, so maybe I could be better at it. Maybe I am better at it than I used to be, but a lot of the faster stuff is like frantically trying to keep up with the mouse position, as well as having to press like usually pretty quickly and shit. Some of it I feel like is just simply impossible. Probably isn't. I mean, I've had to actually start double tapping for some of the custom, charts. Like using 2 fingers. That's something that I've just, in general, struggled to grasp with with rhythm games. It's like using 2 fingers for 1 input. Oh, this one should be, yep, there we go. Nice. But I mean, I think I've gone a bit better, at least with, like, double tapping. 3? No fucking way. Like, I've played a Do-Fi, Dance of Fire and Ice, quite a bit. And some of the custom songs, I've been able to beat certain custom songs that require, like, the quick double taps. But that shit's kind of confusing. It throws me off. I kind of wish I had more time or, like, motivation for that stuff. Like, brain power. 'Cause I used to play Beat Saber, like, almost every day for a year. For a full year straight, and I got really fucking good at it. So, like, once I hit my physical limits, not only did that demoralize me a little bit, but just in general, it was kind of an absolute pain to have to bring my setup, to move my entire setup, only to be able to, like, play for an hour. And, like, I don't know, having to warm up, you know, I kind of, at that time at least, was quite impatient when it came to starting up, getting into the real shit. I never wanted to warm up, even though I really should have, because that had issues. That caused some issues. Almost done with this. Nice. Yeah, I wasn't anywhere near God Gamer status with Beat Saber, but I beat Freedom Dive, so I mean, like, that's pretty dang good, I'd say. After a year's worth of trying, I beat it. I mean, beating Freedom Dive in any fucking rhythm game, at least on, like, an actual, like, on, like, a difficulty that doesn't completely nerf it or anything, which, I mean, I personally haven't seen any shit like that. Except, like, I don't know, maybe Osu. But, like, a legit difficult version of Freedom Dive is quite an achievement, I'd say. It's iconically difficult. I've also managed to beat a few, like one or two of the easier EX plus difficulty charts on Project Diva. Like one of the easier ones. I think World is no, not World is fine. No. Love is War, yes. I think I managed to beat that on EX, yeah. EX Plus, Expert Plus, or whatever the fuck. Shit's hard, man. And I was playing it wrong. I was holding the damn controller wrong. I don't know how I did that. I'm like, why hand her after playing like one or two difficult songs? And it's like I'm holding the controller in the most ridiculous looking way possible. Not quite, but I mean, it wasn't ideal in the slightest. Aren't you? It's intense looking at cleaning, and I don't even process. What do you say? I mean, fair enough. I am kind of just rambling. So howdy and welcome, Mania Sakura. There isn't any lag on my end. It seems probably yours if you're experiencing that. I fixed that early on. Wait, what? How did I get? How am I at 81? Fuck, I completely missed 69. Shit. What the hell? I didn't. Okay, sure game. We're at 81% now. Alright. I was waiting for 69, and I missed it. Fun. Mania Sucker feels like a tongue twister. Alright. I feel like I've heard that before, though. Bun, have you been here before? I feel like maybe. Yes, have? Okay. Sorry, I did not recognize you earlier. I am not good with names, and, I mean, to be fair, it's been quite some time since I've actually streamed, so, I mean... But welcome back. Shit, it's been 2 hours and I'm still on this job! Oh my Jesus! Yeah, this is like a 3-hour job. It's exactly like I thought it was gonna be. Holy boy! It's definitely the longest job I've dealt with so far. Jeez. Bun is up like freaking early, and your airline, you're at the freaking late. What the heck? I mean, to be fair, at least in my opinion, midnight is more reasonable of a time to be up compared to 6 in the morning, but compared to the time where I am, that is, like, he's late. Or, like, early. Like, fucking, it's like early in the evening for me. Alright, I forgot I was supposed to be cleaning that. Glad I got it done without even realizing. Alright. Go to school today? Ah. Makes sense. Pain. Waking up early for me is either an absolute nightmare, or it's just like, it starts off like a pain, and then I'm actually surprisingly awake like a few minutes in. It's weird. Did you get paid good on spin shot area? It's like, in the end, I'm pretty sure it's like 2,000. Which, I mean, for this long of a job, I don't know. I know there's another... washer later in the game, but I do not know when I get it. But I'm not spending any money until then. I might just look that up at some point. Or at least, like, how much it costs. Wait, right. I got short extensions, so we can just... I mean, whatever I was doing seemed fine, but this is easier. Much easier. Played 1 hour, then quit. Fair enough. Meanwhile, approaching the 2-hour mark, and at least so far, it seems I'm still doing pretty fine. Damn, the biggest multitasker ever. Meanwhile, I do kind of have a tendency to flip from one thing to another, but like usually that never works out for me. I mainly try to stick towards one thing, or at least, like, when it comes to a task, at least that I can finish on my own accord, usually I just do part of one thing, then stop for the time being, and maybe go do something else, whether it be actually, like, productive, something productive or not. I do not, I do not know, it depends, but sometimes I've just gotta actually, like, hype myself up for certain tasks and shit. Like, it is kind of annoying, because even when it comes to editing, sometimes I just don't want to get up and do it, even though I really enjoy it, and it's not difficult. It's not, like, anything difficult or anything, in my opinion, or it doesn't take too long, and even when it does take a decent bit of time, it's like, I enjoy doing it, so I mean... Like, I usually do shit in, like, bursts, even though I definitely could go for a longer haul with actual things that I need to be responsible with. For some reason, I work better when I'm actually forced to do something. Like, when I have no other option but to do a task, it's a lot easier in the end. Or at least, like, after some time, becomes more manageable. Listening musical writing, while watching a video, while chatting with friends about projects. That sounds awful! That sounds like a mess. At least to me. I mean, literally just reading that gave me a headache. Not actually, but, like, yes. But yeah, when I have a choice, when I technically have a choice in whether or not I do something, it's a lot harder to actually do the thing. Compared to, like, something that I'm actually just, like, obligated to do just because I have no other choice in it. I mean, like, technically I still have a choice, but it's like, I'm not going to do that. Plus, usually, over time, it just kind of, I don't know, it ends up feeling more manageable compared to at the very start. Tasking is actually rolling for me, especially when I listen to music, reading stories, chatting, and paying attention to a movie. Yeah, again, like, I can jump from task to task at times, and, like, kind of do multiple things at a time, but it's usually, like, not that. Like, no, like, if I ever want to edit, like, part of me feels like, hey, you know, playing some music would be nice, but for one, I need to actually sometimes do retakes of certain lines, so I wouldn't be able to be, I'd have to be, you know, at those times, pausing the music, and just in general, it would be hard to actually then pay attention to the editing process. I mean, even if it was something like, say, fucking, if I were to be, editing videos and shit, like, if I were to say, edit these streams or whatever, I'd have to be, I don't know if music would actually be a good idea. Or, like, having a video in the background or whatever. Like, sometimes I want to play a game, but it's like I don't want to use my brain too much. So I decide, okay, you know, maybe, you know, I'll, while playing, you know, have a video in the background or whatever. But even then, like, I normally can't focus too much. Two eyes for a reason. One for my classes, one for writing stuff. 2 years, so one for class, one for music. My mind is thinking of story ideas. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever actually be able to learn anything while listening to music in the background, or at least, like, focusing on the music. I mean, I know that's, like, part of the whole point, is you're not actually, like, full focus on one thing or the other, or I don't know. Like, I have at times had music, like, in the back, like, faintly while at work. At least when I was in a position where I was able to. You know, like, and it'd still be quiet enough where I could hear everything that was necessary. But I mean, like, I feel like that makes sense because man, I wish the mic wouldn't pick that shit up. Bloody hell, man. What was I saying? Yeah, because, like, during certain tasks, like, it's just kind of like, it's just kind of easier to deal with it, especially for long periods of time when you can just kind of not be thinking too much. Like, something that you're just able to do while partially there. Come on. There we go. Track. Probably, like, all on this side. My classmate repeat the question, I'll just say the answer and just pay attention happily. Uh, Meanwhile, like, regardless of whether or not I actually would be, like, doing anything, if I were to be doing anything like that, or even if I wasn't, I feel like regardless I would just not be able to pay attention. Like, that's one of the things about me whenever it came to shit like that, is I just could not. Either I could just simply not be bothered to pay attention, or I just, I don't know, I just, for a lot of it, I feel like it's just, I wish I was able to actually just speed some things up by, like, at least 4 times. Because unless we're dealing with some more complex shit, a lot of the stuff I do not need to be... I don't need the fucking topics to take an hour just for like, a few overall simple concepts. And I mean, like, even talking back in college, being forced to start at the fucking baby easy mode shit, I could not be fucked to do. I could not be bothered to do that stuff. That was just too painful. To have to pay have to pay for that shit. God dang it. Probably all this stuff, I guess. Sometime in English, cold to answer, I'm just glad. Was about poverty. Caught off guard, able to answer. Be that way sometimes. I don't think I've ever had a story like that where, like, I was fucking actually called on when it came to and being, like, unprepared, or, like, called out by a teacher or whatever the fuck for not paying attention or some shit like that. I kind of wish I did. Like, part of me kind of feels like, did I do something? Wait, no shot? What button did I hit? Oh, that's a thing? Oh? I don't know what I did, but I hit some button. I'm pretty sure it unequipped the fucking, not this, clearly. Huh. Oh, it's a nozzle. Ew. So it's not like a washer, it's a type of nozzle. I don't have access to that, though, do I? No, I don't. How do I get those, then? Huh. Alright, then. Why do we even have to pay to be there when we don't want to be there? It's more like why do we like, why are we having to pay to be told things that we already fucking know, or, like, absolute garbage that has no value in life, or, like, things that, or, like, relevancy to what you're actually supposed to being taught? That's the real question. I'll be eating a lot. Enjoy your food, bun. Math, never listen to teacher. Never. It's the best thing you can do if you want to know math. Yeah, fair enough. Like, at least for me, math has always been pretty easy overall. Like, I mean, some of it is complicated, yes, but a lot of it is really just glorified algebra. It's just like, you know, a fuck ton more steps and whatnot that you just gotta memorize. Like, at least from what I remember, there were never too many new concepts or anything, and if there were new concepts, for the most part, it's just more of the same with a different name. And then you get to physics. I don't know why, but I was not good with physics. Maybe because that was the point where I just stopped, it like, very much stopped paying attention more than ever, because I was just completely done with everything, but physics, that's a whole nother demon, I feel like. I don't know, maybe it's just because of all the terms and shit. A lot to remember. Because, like, that's another thing with me, is at least, like, to begin with, I am not able to intake a lot of information, like, all at once. Yeah. Friggin' the teachers always give the most arbitrary ways of dealing with maths and stuff. It's like you've got fucking... Like, this is why TikTok kids don't understand that 2 to the power of 3 is fucking... Wait. Yeah, it's fucking 8 and not 6, right? Yes, I am right about that. My brain... I've been watching and rambling for 2 hours, so I need to verify. Yes. The brainlets on TikTok will fucking defend with their lives that it is 6. I don't know if that's the exact example, if that's like an exact example, but it's essentially that. They think that, like, exponents are the same as multiplication or some shit. And of course, and even though it can reasonably, under the right circumstances, it can reasonably stump some people. Like, it even stumped me once, like, one of the like a fucking something with regarding PEMDAS. But that's because, like, I wasn't entirely sure what the order of operations when it came to parentheses. But it's like whether or not parentheses, like, let's just say, you know, you've got something and then parentheses. Obviously, you do the parentheses first, but then it turns to it becomes multiplication, or at least like if it's directly next to a number. And I was at that, and then so you then handle it like, you know, you then move on to multiplication and division from left to right. And it's not like the number is in fucking PEMDAS anymore. I mean, is in parentheses, brain, or whatever. I could probably type it out and try to explain it, but at the same time, no. Not right now. But no, yeah. One of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of people make is thinking that, like PEMDAS, you know, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. They think that multiplication and division happens one after another instead of both at the same time, but left to right. And of course, same goes for subtraction and addition. They think, oh, you know, addition first, subtraction then, but no, it's left to right with that stuff. Ah, for you it's PEMDAS, grouping, Huh. Interesting. Right for the new generation, same. Like, I don't have much faith in them. It's like, there are some that genuinely do actually have functioning brains. But like... oh boy. It's like, they don't know how to do taxes. They aren't taught how to do taxes. I mean, in an ideal world, we wouldn't have to. But, you know, I'm pretty sure at least in most places in the world, taxes are unfortunately a thing. Everything is so automated nowadays that, like, I'm pretty sure you can just do, you can just go to at least where I am for my government and taxes and shit and whatnot. You can just go to a fucking website and, like, type in some well, at least for, like, the basic stuff, at least. Like a basic, fucking W2, whatever the fuck it's called, whatever the heck, bunch of numbers and letters. You just go to a website and type in the shit that it tells you to type in. Newborn kids have phones, while we didn't until, like, what, 4th grade? Yeah. I have no memory of when I actually got a phone, but it certainly was in, like, officially getting one for myself took a while. Still have a Nokia, let's fucking go. Honestly, I've been thinking, like, smartphones, like, yes, they're nice, but a lot of the functionality is completely arbitrary. At least in my opinion. So, like, I've been considering, like, just getting an older type phone, or, like, something that is, or, like, getting something and not, like, fucking, basically, a phone that only really has more of the basic functionalities and does not, is not accessible via the government. Yes. Or like the fucking corpos trying to steal your data and shit like that. I mean, I hardly use my phone, like, at all. Or at least, like, the stuff I use it for, I can essentially do the same thing on my computer. And since I am a shut-in, I'm usually on my computer more than my phone, I'm pretty sure. Other than when I'm just chilling on my bed watching videos. Good luck with exams, bun. Multitask non-stop, like, in my sleep too? What the fuck? EF text me, I'm wide awake. You've got a problem. You've got to turn off fucking notifications when you're asleep. Meanwhile, like, whenever I try to sleep, it barely matters whether, like, sometimes when I'm sleeping, like, I have to set multiple alarms if there's something important coming up, or else, like, my body generally tends to have a good idea of the time, I think, somehow, or at least awareness of that stuff. But at the same time, I can go through multiple alarms without waking up at all. Or, like, without even realizing that the alarm went off. Or sometimes, like, I'll shut off an alarm, and then, like, a minute or so later, just wake up. Like, I almost never actually wake up to my alarm. But, like, I mean, at the same time, I probably kind of do. It's either that, or whenever I try to sleep, I just wake up, like, 2 hours after falling asleep, and have to go through the whole process of falling asleep again. Sometimes, I'm able to just get extremely good sleep. But then, other times, or, like, I don't even want to wake up. Like, I wake up, and I just cannot, I don't want to move, and I can almost immediately go back to sleep. But sometimes, I just wake up, like, 2-3 hours later, sometimes even 1, and I can't go back to sleep. That usually happens whenever I have, like, nightmares and shit. There's just, like, phases where there have more or less recently been phases where I just have, like, nightmares always waking me up and shit. Ooh, nice. Literally, wait, oh, this is literally the last stuff. Let's go. I didn't even realize. At the end. Yes. Tales of Dreams and Nightmares, couldn't be me. Dang. I mean, like, nightmares are obviously not fun. They are not fun. At least when it comes to me, my dreams, a lot of them are very interesting, to say the least. Like, I try to write them down after waking up. If I remember them, I'll write them down, and they can be very fucking interesting and weird and surreal. Some of them even feel like they're real, like I'm just kind of chilling in my bed. But it's like a dream. In that case, there's usually something off about it. Like, one time I tried to wake up, or at least I thought I was waking up. I sat up, but then something immediately pushed me back down. Like, I couldn't, like... It felt like something was on top of me, trying to push me back down, and I swear I saw something in front of me, and then I just actually woke up. Like, it wasn't sleep paralysis, it was just like, I'm pretty sure I was still asleep at that very moment. And like a few dreams but never had a nightmare. I used to just have like normal dreams for a while. Like I do think I remember having nightmares every once in a while, like years ago. But like more or less recently I have been getting some. They've stopped. They've stopped for now, but like every once in a while I'll just... Well, no, it's like normal dream, but then I see someone. It's always the same person. I see someone, and then the dream just kind of fucking tears itself apart, and I wake up all of a sudden. Like, that's some trauma demon or some shit. Brain doesn't generate as much dreams, nightmares since I was young. Even if you get nightmares, don't get scared and just play around with it being halfway as a dream. I'm able to do that too. Sometimes, like, I'm able to be partially aware that I'm dreaming, but usually even then, when shit hits the fan, I just tell myself to wake up. One time I even was like, I don't even have to fucking be here. I can just wake up if I want to. Though I wasn't able to change the location of a dream. I still vibed with it, even though I remember having already been there before. That's another weird thing about dreams. Let's fucking go. Also, for a second. This job is finally done, like, 3.5 hours later. 2.5 for the stream, but like that, I'm pretty sure was, like, around an hour the first time. Oh my god. But yeah, like, multiple instances I've, like, in a dream, I feel like I've been to the place before, but I can't exactly remember actually dreaming of it, but it's like I just have that information just instilled in my mind. Interesting. Interesting. A cold nightmare, but I had one where a serial killer was chasing me and some people. Watching him, grabbed him by his hand. shot it. Shot it in with a randomly found gun. Makes sense. A lot of my dreams tend to be violent. Like, either it's like, usually, sometimes it's like I'm being. Some of them, like, I'm being chased by something or running from something. For some reason, shit's going crazy. Or like, I'm just fighting someone. Like, one time, I was just... This dude fucking attacked me or some shit, and I just started... It was actually an intense fight. Like, a lot of, trading hits and whatnot, and near death. But then I fucking grabbed their knife, and I just... Well, I don't know if I got their knife or not, but in the end I choked them, and then I just kind of killed them, even though they were already incapacitated. And one time I was being chased by a random-ass bear that was no way supposed to be as fast as it was supposed to be. I fucking swear, there's no way that bear was supposed to be as fast as it was. Like, I shot someone through a wall, and they got angry at me, and summoned a bear. They were riding the bear, chasing after me, and I was dodging and weaving, trying to not get attacked by the bear, and then they got shook off the bear killed them, and then, before I could actually process what was happening and get away, the bear then attacked me. Supersonic bear. I can get this done. Sure. I'm still rambling about dream shit, so why the fuck not? Zombies come everywhere. Under a car, adrenaline kicked in, so I crawled out, saw a gun. Send the bitches the afterlife. On a trailer, don't remember what happens after. Interesting. Sounds entertaining. Sounds, fucking... I mean, some of those dreams, it's like... It sounds like it would be something scary, but at the same time, it's like, in no way that way. It's like, you feel like an absolute badass. That sounds like one of those types of dreams. Oh, the insides? There we go. One of the most distinct dreams, I think, at least like one that, even after years, still sticks in my mind. It was just like, I woke up on the floor. It was nighttime. I look outside, and there's just this giant purple void. And I don't know why, but it just felt so... Oh, wow, hey. That's fine. That's pretty chill. It just felt, like, excessively ominous. I don't know. Something felt extremely fucking weird about that. But I mean, hey, the world hasn't ended since, so I don't think it was an omen. Or anything. Oh, it's a very... Okay, then. It was entertaining for me. Really, less adrenaline, both dream and real life. So I'm amazed. Starts out fine, and I feel like death literally is catching up to me, so I had to run. I woke up when death was about to touch me. In particular, feels different from other dreams. So, adrenaline kicked in, telling me to run. Yeah, for me, whenever my dreams don't involve, like, any sort of, like, apparent danger or anything, usually there's, like, some crazy, wacko-ass, surreal environment that I'm just in. That's another thing that's interesting about dreams is, like, the environments that are just generated or whatever. It's like, I feel like if those dream spaces could be more, like, properly adapted to like an image, would probably be more popular. Those types of images would probably be more popular and alluring than liminal spaces. Honestly, though something tells me those types of dreams, like dream locations, probably are quite similar to liminal spaces, kind of. I don't know. Another thing, actually first, I remember getting closer and closer, couldn't move since it was pitch black. I know that all a dream. Was able to get back my senses, start moving, hand close and open until I woke up. After that, never slept in the middle of the day. Fair enough. But, there have been, like, several times where, like, normally people say that, like, oh, you know, if you die in a dream, you die in real life, or, like, you know, usually if you wake up, like, if you're about to die, you wake up. I'm pretty sure sometimes that, like, at least once that hasn't happened with me. Or at least, like, it certainly felt that way. Or, like, sometimes, no, I actually wake up, like, feeling pain. Where the fuck is it? Like, that's some of the freakiest instances when it comes to dreams, is, like, waking up and feeling the pain that you were feeling right before you woke up. Like, it felt like my heart was being, like, crushed or, like, fucking erupted, or I don't know. And then I wake up and my chest is actually just, like, kinda hurting. Like, my leg was being, like, squeezed very fucking hard. And I wake up and, like, my leg is still kinda, like, feeling that way. How do we get to the top again? I do not remember. That's how it is with yeah, that's how rambles work. At least for me. Literally, you just start with one thing, and then it just goes to another and another, and before you know it, you have no idea how the topic was even brought up. It's fun. Can't sleep. Paralyzed. Sister was sleeping beside me. Grim Reaper was in the corner of the room, couldn't move, so I panicked. I don't get sleep paralysis, but I do get something similar to that. Like when I said, how I... Where is some of this dirt? Like when I was about to wake up, and I thought I was already up. So when I sat up, I got fucking pushed down. And then I actually woke up. There we go. We'll go with this next. And, like, usually during those instances, I don't normally get, like, visible hallucinations. It's usually, like, no, one time I did wake up with an actual visible hallucination. But it's usually, like, audible, like, people whispering in my ear. Sleep paralysis, at least for most people, I'm pretty sure it's not too uncommon, but even then, it's like, it doesn't happen often in most cases, I'm pretty sure. If someone was whispering in my ear, they would be dead. Her dreams. Keep killing her? Ah, jeez. Bruh. I have had, like, also dreams where people who at least I've known in the past, normally not people, like, only a few times I've actually had, like, people die, like, people I know getting killed. It's not fun, though. Or, like, one time I had someone who I knew try to kill me. Like, what the fuck? They're some very tricky dirt. And I'm also not paying too much attention, but... Here is it. Rouse, think cool, you feel like you're about to die. Worst thing is I can see my sister sleeping beside me. Can't even wake her up because I can't do anything. Yeah. Only thing cool is able to lucid dream plenty of times. I've semi-lucid dreamed a few times. It's interesting. Usually I just let things play out, though. Another type of dream that is, like, kind of pretty weird is, like, ones where you can't fucking talk. Like, you try to talk, but nothing comes out. I think in that case, the one time, I couldn't even breathe, either. Like, I at a certain point, just wasn't able to say anything, and then I realized I couldn't even breathe. Got eaten by a giant fauna and my auntie was just chilling there on the beach. Huh, fun. Like, you know, yeah, this is normal, this is fine. Happens every Tuesday. Oh, someone here. I kind of forgot that this railing was here. This handrail still has a bit left. Oh, right. There we go. That one also has a bit, but it's probably in the same spot. Roughly. Go, now the staircase. I wish I could just duck under. Oh, wait. No, never mind. For in class, catch you all to the flip side. I see you, Bun, and thanks for hanging out. Good luck with your classes. Can I duck under here? Yes, I can. It is nice. And I guess after this job, that would then be it. I'm surprised I'm still, like, I still have the energy to keep doing this. It's been basically 3 hours. Normally at this point I start getting tired. I mean, it's not like I can do another big job after this or anything. decided to do this one because I could keep going for a little bit and because I'm still talking and all that jazz and whatnot. And this is at least seeming like a relatively quick job. After gotta eat and then I guess finish up editing. Especially considering for Wednesday, might not even be completely ready. So I probably am gonna want to make another audio just in case. Files are just in general a good practice regardless. Meaning to actually do that, but I like never have. Like getting ahead of schedule would be quite useful. Oh, nice. Rain. Oh, okay. Where would that be? Oh. These wheels might be a bit rough though. Definitely gonna have to, you know, work on both from both sides. Today is only Monday. If I were to actually just either finish up and or record audio, and then continue tomorrow, that I still have then Wednesday. Wednesday I don't really have much time before I have other things to do before then the video would have to be uploaded, so guess gone speedrun an audio, get that done. Which, I mean, in all honesty, depending on, like, I probably, at least on days that I'm not already busy, I probably could work on a full audio in, like, a day. I really put myself to do that. I eventually will, so it's good that I probably can do that. It's just I got a motivation. Or at least, like, pop one out per day for, like, a certain amount of time until I'm a decent bit ahead, and then I'd be able to, like, 3 a week. Rambling, you know? I'm glad to hear that. Kind of part of the point of these streams is, you know, so I can just chat and ramble about shit and whatnot. Now, since I don't really do like any actual serious gaming content or whatever, doing something more chill. I mean, honestly, like, if I were to be doing something that I'd have to be more focused on, I wouldn't be able to ramble like I am. So, like, that's honestly also kind of the point, kind of part of why I don't really, I stopped doing normal game streams. Because, like, part of the whole idea of that stuff is, you know, not just playing a game, but also being entertaining while doing so. And it's like, if I can't achieve that, then, like, why am I doing that? Or at least, like, even though I personally have fun, you know, and a good time and whatnot, I just don't really feel like it's worth it? Like, worth that? I don't know. Or at least, like, calling it fucking gaming content or whatever. It's more just me playing a fucking game while occasionally saying some stuff if I'm able to. But this has a dual purpose of not only allowing me to just kind of ramble about whatever I feel like for the most part, because, you know, it's a chill game, but also if I'm not really able to, or don't have anything to ramble about at the moment, then that's also pretty okay, because it's a chill power wash game. So it works out. Plus, there is a lot of game in this game. So I can just kind of do this for every so often. For a few hours at a time. Plus, you know, it's fun getting to chat with y'alls. Even if it's not exactly much, you know, I enjoy it. And besides, I'm guessing that it's still just like over here. God, you know, if I was able to just ramble on spot, you know, that would be good for some fucking ASMR. Fucking rambling ASMR. Just on the fly type of stuff. You know, I'm just gonna wait till I get to the other. Wait, that got done? Question mark? Huh. Well then. It's not even being done. Whatever. God, I really must be, like, blanking out in terms of actually, like, gameplaying. Like, obviously when I was actually reading chat, sometimes I did kind of have to stop or, like, just kind of be more floaty with my movements, just not actually really being intentional. Even when I'm not paying attention, I can still be intentional, but I guess I just didn't even realize. What time is it for me? It is 6:45 p.m. I can do all this without a ladder. Like, one thing about, like, for a while, I've always had interest in making content, and I probably have said this before, and I will likely say it again, some of these things, but, for a while, I've attempted doing, like, gaming content creation and stuff, but it's like I said earlier, is I'm not usually really able to be entertaining, at least at the same time when playing a game. Or at least, like, not if, unless I'm, like, more directly talking about the gameplay, which is like... Oh, can I just, like, squeeze in here? Trim is here. Right? That bit of the trim at least. Just, Ah, so it's just literally... here? When it actually came to... I don't know what it wants me to be cleaning. Especially with such this tight space. But, what was I saying? Okay, now brain is starting to burr. Maybe it's, like, under here. You know, as apparent from my silence is, I'm not exactly, again, able to be the most entertaining when it comes to gaming stuff, and just in general, like, at least when I was doing that, I never was doing it right. Like, I probably could have done better than I did, but I never was, like, actually doing shit properly in terms of, like, getting myself out there, using proper tags and shit. Fucking... I was focusing on streams more so than making, like, short-form content, which is basically a must, I'm pretty sure, for the most part. Yeah. I probably could have done better, but I mean, hey. I personally enjoy doing ASMR stuff better. Like, even if I did shake off the burnout and get back into things, knowing more so what I should have been doing, I don't know if I would have actually enjoyed doing it as much as ASMR. Realized I still only have 788 subs. How we deserve way more. I'm getting there. Bit slower than would be hoping, but I mean, we're getting there. I'm glad you think I deserve more than what I have, though. I very much appreciate it. I mean, part of it is because of my recent absences, like taking the long breaks, because motivation go just slamming into the ground. Oh, that actually changed my nozzle. Thought you had like 7K by now. I wish, man. If I actually had kept up with making content as frequently as I have intended to, aka two audios a week, I apparently would have been at 1,000 at least, which would have been great, you know, monetization and shit, justification to make a Patreon. But even then, you know, I probably still wouldn't have made a Patreon at that point, given, given my mental state at the time. Like, even if I was still managing to pump out videos, like, let's just say I was still making one video a week, and I ended up getting 1,000, I probably still wouldn't be making a Patreon, because I wouldn't be able to give what was necessary. Even now, like, let's just say I hit 1,000 right now, I'd still have to make sure that I'm able to make enough audios and have it in me, and be enough ahead where if something for one reason or another I'm not able to be making audios as much, I at least have a bit of a backlog. Obviously, one of the things, once I actually do make a Patreon, one of the main rewards, privileges, fucking, you know, we'll go with, like, rewards or whatever. But one of that would be a third, would be an extra audio per week. It's like, obviously I gotta actually be able to make that shit. I've got some other ideas as well, but, you know, that's at least something to begin with. I'm still pretty amazed at how far I've come, especially despite everything in the past few months. Really love point out ASMRs don't have Patreon because it's always something not innocent. I'm not gonna do any of that shit though. I just want, like, a more reasonable form of monetization compared to YouTube and its fucking demonetization station. Oh, yeah. Still. It would just probably... The stuff that gets up there would not be really anything special, at least not at the beginning. It would be probably just more so stuff that I think is more likely to be demonetized by YouTube. And then, like, I mean, maybe if I actually start getting into making my own scripts, which I have actually done. I have actually made a few scripts. It's just I haven't actually made any into audios. But, you know, maybe that would be where I put those. Just want to get... Good, I'll be more than happy to listen to it. I probably will eventually. In fact, like, one of them that I made, I do intend to have it, like, some of them I intend on being like, at least 2-parters. Or, like, just turning into a series, finally. But, like, one of them, at least the beginning, I feel like is a bit too short, so I'd have to tag on kind of, obviously not like filler or anything, but like maybe have it so that it's a bit more drawn out. And it's kind of the same issue with another one, is with the way I want to set it up, I feel like it would only make sense for there to be a bit more in between a certain part, like one part and the other, to kind of like actually have something more established, instead of just, oh hey, well, you know, just like they go from complete strangers to, hey, you know, now they're real nice and close, or whatever the heck. I mean, something like that isn't always a bad thing, obviously, but I at least don't want it to be so sudden, at least when it comes to this, to what I have planned. Like, I probably will eventually figure out how to tune them up. For now, I think I might just continue to try thinking up other ideas, and then going from there, you know, writing them down, get more of a hang of things. Because I've, like, never actually done writing stuff. Not like I'm bad at writing, I would think, but I've never really tried any of it. I don't doubt that it would be enjoyable or anything, it's just I want to make sure it's right. And, well, thought out, at least. If it's not just gonna be a one-off. Yeah, I am gonna make sure that it is, you know, that what I put out is good. If I'm not happy with it, I'm not putting it out. As simple as that. Just don't think about it too much. You'll never do it. Yeah, I know. I mean, with that being said, it's easier said than done, but yeah. And sometimes I probably should just go for it, even if I don't feel like it's the right, like I'm in the right mode to do it or whatever. I probably should just go for it or whatever. In some cases. Or maybe I should start with something a bit more simple compared to some, like, the few plans and ideas that I've had. Maybe I should go for something a bit more simple. I don't think I could ever do anything like, I don't really think I could ever do much, like, of anything unscripted at all. I know some people are able to do unscripted, just on the fly shit. I don't think I could do that. At least not right now. Another thing that I would like to eventually at least try is actually kind of try leaning into more like proper voice acting type stuff. Or at least like, I don't know, just use something that isn't just simply like my voice. Obviously I'm able to tone shift and whatnot or whatever the heck, but I mean like, I don't know. Thinking about a script too much. I couldn't do it. Yeah. Sometimes you really do just gotta get up and just do something. Just fucking do it. I in no way, unlike most people, I in no way dislike my voice. I'm pretty perfectly fine with it. But I mean, like, I just think it would be fun to try to do a bit more with it. Because, I mean, like, in the end, what it really boils down to is, if I were to actually continue committing to this and continue to increase my capabilities and experience and whatnot, you know, I could eventually turn this into more than just, you know, an ASMR roleplay channel or whatever the heck. Like, I never, in the past, ever thought of the idea of being, like, a voice actor or whatever. But it's like, I enjoy doing this, so I mean, if that somehow is a thing that I can eventually aspire to, then, I mean, sure, yeah. Sounds good. It's taken me ages to actually find something that I enjoy as much as this, so probably a good idea to at least plan to stick with it. And I mean, just in general, like, honestly, for a while, for at least a good amount of time ever since I've listened to ASMR for a while, and it's like, it always has been something that is like, this could be fun to do, but I just, for one reason or another, didn't get to it until suddenly, like a month after some burnout, dealing with, you know, getting burnt out when I was still doing, some gaming content on another channel, which is essentially just dead at this point. I don't know if I'll ever upload there again. But I just kind of said, fuck it, let's just do a script, and I looked up a video on, you know, some of the basic stuff. I think I saw Darling Straub made a video regarding it, and I watched that, and I was like, alright, let's just fucking get started. I already obviously have had experience with editing and, you know, creating content and whatnot, so that already was easy enough for me. And of course I already had the software for it, and I've also, you know, had to make thumbnails and whatnot, so all of that stuff overall came into place. It was more so just actually, I don't know, for some reason, well, not, I mean, it just, at first felt a little... It did feel a little embarrassing at first, but I mean, it was still really fun. My first few videos, and of course I've, over time, been getting better at it. And learning a lot and shit. Yeah, so... Go burr again. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was easy enough to do the first script. When I was for the first time looking on Scripthaven, a lot of it was just like stuff that I was in no way comfortable doing, or just was like simply didn't want to at the time. But the first video is basically just me essentially just insulting the viewer. And it's like, I'm good at sounding annoyed, so I mean, that worked out. What the fuck is this? This is all one sign, so it's actually down here. And over here. Okay. Yeah, it was easy enough to do some of that stuff, especially considering, like, I mean, when it comes to sounding more than just monotone or, like, you know, annoyed or whatever the heck, it's a bit difficult for me. I mean, at least I don't know how easy it is to, well, I mean, sometimes it just kind of comes out when I'm more, like, happy and whatnot, and I actually sound that way. Even then, there's, you know, obviously several moments where I am just actually happy. It's just I probably don't exactly sound it as much. I don't know. That's just something that either I try to get into more of a certain feel for, like a certain mode or whatever when I do that stuff, or I just roll with it and see how things play out. It's like, part of me is like, I want to make sure I'm actually sounding the way I ideally should, but I mean, I'm sure one way or another I can still convey that without, like, I don't know. Part of actually getting into this was just kind of really just going for it and just, you know, not thinking too hard on it, also not, like, just getting over some of the initial embarrassment of the idea of it. I don't know, it was just kind of, like, it felt weird. I was having fun, but it felt weird. Where is the last stuff? Oh, ribs. These are ribs, okay. Sure. Guess some of these others might still be. Trimmed. I can't remember if, you know, I'm pretty sure I already had the Blue Yeti when I started this. But man, it was still such a pain trying to figure out the right settings and whatnot for this thing to make things sounding good. Like, I made sure that it still sounds... It still does sound good and overall fine. But, what am I doing? Oh yeah, the scan here. Mount. Okay, and ball. Do the ball first. Oh, and even right here, okay. Makes sense. Geez, trying to figure out the microphone was a bit of a pain. Because this thing is sensitive. That's also why I want to get yet another microphone. Like a friggin' 3DO or something. Or at least some form of binaural microphone, but those are, regardless, seeming to be pretty expensive. So, like, yeah. But I mean, part of me is like, I might as well just save for that, since I already have a pretty good microphone. It's a little finicky at times, and quite sensitive, too. But, I mean, it works. It works, it does its job, so might as well just save up for something, like, just one of the best, I guess. Yeah, oh, right here it is. There we go. E.T. Oh, this is the mount? Oh, that's troubling. Oh, there it is. Nice. Ew. Okay. Ah, these. Huh. And the trim. Okay, so I just need to get up there and then go from the top. You know what? Today I'm a nerd. We're using the ladder. Because I am good with editing, at least, like, I, for the most part, have been able to, you know, get rid of any oddities and unnecessary background noise. But sometimes, like, sometimes there is a little bit of background noise, and it's like, I should probably, like, over a take. And it's like, I probably should do something about that. Like, I should probably do that. But at the same time, I just also can't be bothered to retake that. Or sometimes it's just actually an inconvenience to, like, overall, it's good, but the way I had to do it's like, I don't know if I can do that again. So I just say, it's fine, it's whatever. And in the end, yeah, it usually really is. And I've also gotten really good at not quite doing everything in one take, per se, but, like, being able to do it in one recording. Like, even if if I at least think that I could probably do a better take, or I just simply literally know I've stumbled over my words, I'll, instead of just, you know, doing it during editing, I'll make sure to do it right then and there. It's just a lot easier and more convenient that way. Sometimes that's still not the case, but it's a pretty rare occurrence, so I'm pretty happy with that. Best editing for real, amazed by it? Why do you think so? I mean, for the most part, editing is really just... Well, I mean, I'm gonna make it sound simple, because I think it is kind of simple, because as I've said, I have overall decent experience with editing, and just, I don't know, for some reason, it comes naturally to me, but it probably isn't to some, because at least when it comes to, like, other than sound effects, adding in sound effects, the only real thing that you gotta do when it comes to editing is, obviously making sure the volume is fine, which, if you can't do that during the recording, then you can just boost it during editing, which is what I do. Because this damn mic is a bit too sensitive. But, really then the only other thing, it would be, spacing of the words. Where are they? One more trim. This isn't a trim, that's a rip. Maybe it's on the other side. This is actually real troubling. Jesus. Feels more natural. Sometimes stumbling feels more natural. Yeah, that is the case, and you know, sometimes I don't think I've actually usually left anything in there. I think I have once or twice, and you know, in certain cases I probably can, but for the most part it's like, it sounds more like, I don't know, it sounds more like just instead of like I trip over my words, it's just I completely say something that really doesn't sound like the way it was supposed to be said. So I cut that out, because if it actually sounded like, you know, someone talking and then, oh, well, you know, just they slip up or whatever upon something that they intended to say, that makes sense. But when it comes to me actually, a lot of the times I just misread the scripts. I'm supposed to look for flashing, but I can't see him. That's another thing that I should probably do more often, is actually read the script, like, more so before recording. I have done it sometimes, and I sometimes read a little bit, but usually not all of it. But yeah, certain ASMRs, I'm just gonna do this. Certain ASMRs, ASMRtists just do not stop talking at all, ever. Or like, it's very clearly edited that they got rid of like any semblance of silence, and I just don't understand why. Like, sometimes it makes sense for it to be fast, but like when it's just when the listener is supposed to have a chance to talk, or like it's this fucking trim. There's a trim here. There's gotta be. There's fucking gotta be. No, it's not that one. This is stupid. I'm gonna look for something else. Highlight roof trim. Wall trim! Decorative wall trim! Fuck! It's all trim! But yeah, they just like jump from sentence to sentence rapidly, and like, even if there's, you know, even if, like, say the listener is supposed to say something in that situation, they're just not even given a chance. So it really throws me off, that type of stuff. I mean, it seems most people don't really seem to mind that, because those people still end up getting quite a lot of... This is stupid at this rate. Like, most of them still get crazy amounts of... Get quite a lot of views and subs and whatnot. But I mean, I don't know, I feel like... actually trying to make sure that it sounds relatively as good as it can. Like, it doesn't have to sound perfect. No shot you're gonna be making anything perfect, but at least, like, taking some time to just have a little bit of time in between makes things a lot more, like, I don't know, it just makes things a lot more manageable, makes things sound better, and from a listener's experience, it's more digestible, I guess. What am I looking for? Side panels. Oh, you. Bulge. Like, even from my very first audio, I've done what I can to... I mean, just in general, I'm a slow talker. But just in general, I've done what I've always tried to make the audios, again, relatively as good as they can be. At least without me, myself, ending up with a headache because I'm trying too hard. And stuff like that. And obviously, you know, it's not like again, no way everything needs to be perfect or even near perfect, but they ideally at least sounds, you know, good and not a bit of a mess. I wish I could have these both highlighted. Highlight group. That's at the very top. Oh wait, no, this is this. There's trims on this? Ew. Okay. Now for that last rubric. There's only 6, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, you prick. Yeah, this entire job took like close to an hour in the end. All because of that stupid shit. And because I was, you know, still focusing on forum chatting and whatnot, which, you know, I'm fine with. Clearly I had the endurance for it. Oh man, I jumped off the wrong side. Ah, well, there we go. God. That was fun. Oh fuck, that's gonna be awful, but that's not now. That's later. That is later. For now, I am done. Not you. You! There we go. Yes. Jeez. 3.5 hours. Not how long I expected to go, but you know, hey, I'm not complaining. This was a good time. Got to do some more power wash after a while. Got to chat and ramble and all the like. Talk about stuff that I am likely to be talking about again. you know, every once in a while, but, you know, hey, whatever. Do be how it is. But, yeah, for now, we are at the end of the live stream. Like I said, you know, I fully intend to, most likely, after eating and whatnot, working on finishing what might be Wednesday's audio. Might be because reasons that I will not mention, despite the fact that one could find out via Twitter, but nobody cares for Twitter. Reasonably so, because in all honesty, Twitter is a cesspool. So, you know, if you want to follow my Twitter, you can, or not, you know, don't really care. Either way. Especially considering the more important stuff I am still likely going to say here in the community tab. But, yeah. That one might be Wednesday, it might be next Sunday, depending on, you know, how that works out. But regardless, I will have an audio ready for Wednesday. If the one that I basically have done isn't ready, well, I am then later today or tomorrow going to be working on another that will be either Wednesday or Sunday, depending on the situation. Let's go, actually trying to be ahead of schedule. That is how things should have always been, and mayhaps how things shall be for the time going forwards, because that is just a good thing to do. Anyways, yes, outro stuff. Let's fucking go. Hope y'all enjoyed. Seriously, I really like doing this, and even though for the most part, you know, it's just kind of me saying whatever the hell I feel like, just a bunch of rambling. You know, it makes me happy to know that, you know, y'all's enjoy, or whatever. Yes, words and stuff. My brain is clearly a bit fried, so yeah, I hope y'all's enjoyed, and, matane! Bye-bye.